I want you to do something just a little bit unorthodox for me to start this video. I want you to imagine that you're a Japanese person and you've been brought up on the books of Beatrix Potter, and you've dreamt of coming over to England and scouring the cobbled streets and the independent businesses which build up this beautiful country. And then you get here and you are presented with vape stores everywhere, bookies and pawnbrokers. Well, this actually happened to me. A Japanese person got in touch and said, I love your channel, but you've shown us so many towns that are decaying, that are full of awful shops. Why don't you go show us some of the most traditionally beautiful English towns that still exist? So I thought, you know what, fair enough, I should do that. I should go and show you some of these places. So this first town that I've come to, it really is one of the most traditionally English towns that you can find. It's got some of the, well, 3 of the most famous authors we ever produced came from this town. It's a place that Kate Bush sang about, and if you haven't got it already, yes, we are in Haworth. I'm just going to pause the video for a second because I realise I keep calling Haworth a town and it's actually a village. So every time I call it a town, I mean a village before everyone starts commenting. I know, it was my mistake. Back to the video. Haworth, that was home to the Bronte sisters, with the Yorkshire moors all around, that encapsulated a mood and, what's that word, pathetic fallacy so well. So let's go explore Haworth. Check this out already, I like this. Peggy Tubbs Laundrette. Very cool. So what I'm chasing in these videos, should I say, will be cobbled streets, nice independent businesses, busy high streets, and not vape stores, bookies and pawnbrokers. All loads of boarded up shops. So let's do it. Oh, beautiful. Lovely, lovely stream. Oh wow, yeah, here's Haworth Station. So I was in Haworth for a wedding just before Christmas, and I remember standing out on the street at the top of the road at night and looking down and just thinking, God, that is so beautiful. It really, really was an incredible sight, and I thought, I've got to come back and explore. And then I thought, why don't we do this video of it? So that's what we're going to do today, and I've just found the train station here, so we'll go and check in there. But look at this, a traditional telephone box. You don't get many of these left anymore. Oh yeah, check it out. We're in a traditional, old-fashioned telephone box. Does it work? Let's see if we can ring someone from the traditional telephone box. I'm in a phone. Oh, 1 minute. I think I've done something wrong in the phone box. I'm not too sure. I'll try again. 1 minute. I'll put it down and try again. Ooh, I'm not doing that. That wasn't my mum. I was trying to ring my mum to wish her happy Mother's Day, but I got through to someone else. Anyway, you got to be careful with those these days. They're not like they used to be. They're confusing. Ooh, shit! I think there's a steam train. Steam train. Oh, what? Oh, that's sick. I can't believe that. I was getting all excited about the phone box and I nearly missed the steam train that was there. This is what I'm talking about. Traditional England. Love it. I'm gonna go see how much it is to get on one of them steam trains. That was class.
It's £16.
Full return?
If you go all the way, we are here. You can go down to Kingsley and then all the way back.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll just book the full one then, and then...
The ticket works for either. So
oh, right. Oh, great, yeah.
And you can get off and get on.
Cool. Right, there we go. Ticket is purchased for the steam train that we just saw. I can't believe that. I was faffing about in a bloody telephone box whilst all that was going on. I did manage to catch it just setting off though, but yeah, cool. So we've got that in about an hour and a half. So we've got an hour and a half to explore, and we can come back and have a little bash on that steam train. Whew, this is going to be good already. This is just a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is Filmora by Wondershare. Now, 10% of what I do as a YouTuber and the 10% that you get to see is me walking around towns, filming myself, chatting to strangers. The 90% of what I do and what you don't see is me sat here in my office, or as I like to call it, my multimedia creative suite, and I'm video editing, I'm working on sound, and I can do all of that through Filmora. It's a brilliant piece of editing software. I think that a lot of options out there are too expensive, overcomplicated, and hard to get good at. It's not the case with Filmora. I jumped on it and I became very proficient at it very, very quickly. Now, another great thing that I love with this is I've also got a podcast that I do with my mate, a running podcast. And there's this great tool where you can just take bits of audio, put it into Filmora, and it will generate reels for you of what is going on in that conversation. And I just find that's a brilliant tool just to make quick reels to put up on Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're promoting. So if you are doing long form YouTube like I do, or if you are working on Instagram, TikTok, those short form platforms, you can literally do everything through Filmora. So I'm going to put the link below. Go check it out. You'll get a massive discount by using this. So yeah, if you want to start learning how to make videos, or if you're already good at it and want to play around with a new platform, go check out Filmora. It's great. Right, back to the video. So over there we've got the Bronte Bridge Cafe. So I'm assuming we're going to see loads of the throwbacks to the Bronte sisters, who and another telephone box. Is that in someone's garden? That's great. Look at this. I will be annoyed though if I miss that steam train because I'm bloody looking at telephone boxes. But yeah, the Bronte sisters, who really put this place on the map. So I'll give you a little quiz for you quickly. Can you name the Bronte sisters? So I'll just give you a second, and let me know if you're right in the comments or something. Have you got it? Okay, so yeah, it was Charlotte, Kerry, and Chantel Bronte. But this is why I'm here. This is what got me excited about making this series. Cobbles. Cobbled roads. Look at the cobbles on this. Yeah, this is fantastic. You just know these cars that park here have suspension problems, don't you? So yeah, the Brontes are actually Emily, Charlotte, and Anne Bronte, and they wrote their famous books like Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights, the one that really, I think that's the most famous one, I reckon. Massive book. We studied it for English literature, A-level. I remember I hadn't read the book. I think it was like the day before the exam, or maybe like 2 days before the exam, and I thought, oh, damn, I better actually read this, otherwise I'm going to do very badly. And I read it and I actually loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I think maybe because I do and was born and live just over the hill, literally like 20 minutes away. So the descriptions of the land, the setting just seemed so familiar to me. And I really enjoyed it. And I think I got a B or a C, so that was pretty good. But yeah, these cobbles are just fantastic and they just go on and on. So this is a good time to say, like, if your area where you live is one of these traditionally beautiful English towns full of steam trains, telephone boxes, cobbled streets, let me know. I want to come and explore all these places. Like other things like thatched roofs. What else is proper English? Tea rooms and just things like that. You know what I'm on about. Let me know. I'm going to come do it. Yeah, England's most English towns. And I think it's just up here where you've got the famous street, the beautiful, again, cobbled street that just has all these independent things on, the one that I looked down when I was at this wedding. So I'm well excited to go check this out. They are some well-maintained tennis courts as well. Look at that. Very good. And here, the sad moment where cobble becomes tarmac. Cobble, tarmac. That's a transition that we don't want to see. Everything should be cobble, in my book. Here we go, we got Bronte Cottage. Can you see that? The sun's a bit... And that sign over there, Bronte Village. And here we go, the wonderful transition back. Concrete, cobbles. That's what we want to see. So now we're on the cobbles, and this is the place where, if you've been to Haworth, do let me know if you have visited this place. Everyone comes to. It's this beautiful street. It must be one of the most beautiful streets in the country, if not the world. It's just so elegant. Everything's taken care of, full of independent businesses. And I love that in the windows of these shops, they've got stories. Like this couple who opened a shop here in Haworth and are proud to tell that story. And in other shops, you've got it truly independently owned and operated. That is fantastic to see. And look at that sky. I mean, I definitely came on the right day, and it certainly brings out the rest of the road. And these are houses, I believe, and they must be worth a small fortune. And even the fish and chips here, they're original, whatever that means. I like it though. And look at this, a rare sight on the Wandering Turnips YouTube channel. A busy high street, a high street that is full of people, that is full of shops that are still open. And I know I keep banging on about it, but it means so much that they are, or it seems to be, they are all independently owned. And that is just such a great economy for a village. And it just helps the whole place keep doing so well. And they celebrate the history really well. So this shop here is where Charlotte Bronte used to buy her stationery. So they've got that written all over the walls outside. So you can walk past, learn about what went on here, and head inside and buy something. And I also wanted to buy something today. And that thing was a pie. And I found a pie shop. And inside, I absolutely loved this. They had this Victorian baking oven with a solo spud just cooking away inside it. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's a proper English food, isn't it? Let's get a pie inside us. And what is the most English drink to go alongside a pie on my traditionally English day? It is Fentiman's Victorian Lemonade. Does it get any more English than that? So with a belly full of food, I headed further and further up this cobbled dream, this fairy tale that fell from the pages of some enchanted story and landed right here in the moors of Yorkshire. And please do let me know if there are any better cobbles in England that are better than these here that spill and scale along the nostalgia-filled gradient that is Haworth. And look at this, the Cabinet of Curiosities. You just know it's a shop where you could do some last-minute shopping for your mum or auntie's Christmas and or birthdays. This place guarantees to do the job. It feels like you found yourself in an apothecary. You've stumbled into some Victorian chemist on the hunt for pomade and laudanum. And look at the woodwork on the cabinetry. It's so exuberant. It's almost like it's laughing at you, saying, try find me in IKEA. For retail to survive in the modern age, it's got to be an experience. And this place is one hell of an experience. Fair play. Back to the main street now, and back with another telephone box that's very tempting, but I've developed some self-control now. What else have we got? We've got another independent vinyl store. We've got a sweet shop. Look at this place. I mean, this place is absolutely class. I found one of these shops in Lincoln recently. Very similar. And Lincoln, as a whole place, felt like a big Haworth. I made that comment in that video, and I really do feel the two are very similar, just Haworth's a lot smaller. But yeah, Haworth doing a great job of keeping these traditional English shops alive, selling traditional English products, and loads of people, a lot of the older generation who were walking around, I kept hearing them saying, oh, I've not seen these in years, oh, I used to love them as a kid. It's great to see, great to hear. And I think overall it just shows people really do love shopping at independent businesses. Obviously not everywhere can have this nostalgic throwback like Haworth, but I think it does show that independent is important. All we need now is a craft fair. Oh, no, yeah, there it is. There's a craft fair on today. Of course there is. How very wonderfully English. This is obviously no criticism at all. It's fantastic to see, but it is so hard to film when it is this busy in places. I've literally never had it on my series Exploring a Town, which is as busy as this. The noise of people talking, the shops are just rammed. I'm sure I'll think I'll have had to do a voiceover looking back at the footage because yeah, it's just crazy to see, but it is so good. All those independent businesses, the sweet shops, the clothes shop. Oh, it is amazing to see, it really is. This is on another level just because of how small it is and how many people are here. It's crazy. Oh, look at these street lamps. Let's go see these first, they're great. Look at the lamps. They're so cool. Another reason why I might have to put voiceovers in this one is because it is so windy. But yeah, I mean, this is what Kate Bush sang about when she said, "Out on the wild and windy moors, da 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 da." This is the place she was talking about. So this here is the Bronte parsonage, which you can go look round, but this is the old home of the Bronte sisters and where Emily Bronte will have written Wuthering Heights, released in 1847 under the pseudonym Ellis Bell. It really is an incredible place to visit. It does feel like nowhere else. If you want to get some traditional bit of English townage in you head to Haworth and get to that street. Now, there was probably loads more to explore. I kind of wanted to go in the Bronte Parsonage Museum, but I've already booked to get on that steam train, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be very, very fun. And I wouldn't mind getting out onto the hills as well, getting out and going to the place where the bit of Wuthering Heights was meant to be based from. So we'll see if we can manage that as well. It is a nice day. We've probably got the sun for a bit longer. Yeah, let's go find this steam train because I really don't want to miss it. Right, here we are back at the train station. This time we're not going to get distracted by that. Down there in the distance as well, looks like a old mill chimney. Let's try that again. Down there as well, I don't know if you can see that mill chimney popping up through the woods, so hopefully if we have time as well we'll go see that. Now we're just sat waiting for that steam train, which it sounds like a good album name actually. Waiting for that steam train. I think that would be my album name. Every song's at 160 BPM and every song has a 9-minute guitar solo. And then we were away, steam filling the sky, and I suddenly realised that I hadn't been on a train as such in years since I was a child, and I momentarily questioned whether this would be the beginnings of my steam train obsession. And then I remembered that I like mill chimneys, and suddenly I saw a giant mill chimney, and I feel that maybe the two are inseparable. If you like mill chimneys, then you are probably going to like steam trains. And that is a category of humans that I am absolutely fine to fall within. In fact, I know that I will be in great company. This is a good place as well to show you all like the surrounding moorland. It's £16 for a return ticket from Oxenhope all the way to Keighley and then back again. And if you're not a big fan of steam trains, then there's a bar on board and you can just sit there and have a few pints, which I'll definitely be coming back to do. I couldn't today because I was driving. But yeah, you get a stop off at all these cool stations. It really was a lot of fun. And what I loved as well, these old stations had some great old advertisements up. So good. And they leave this here as well. Just so you might get distracted and miss it. So I'd be interested to just hear what you're saying. So you're a lifetime member of the rails?
Worth Valley Railway. Yeah.
So you can just get on it whenever you want?
Absolutely, travel as long as I want. The only times I'm not included is on fish and chip specials. Okay. Santa Claus specials, Elf Expresses.
Okay, right, yeah.
The fine dining that they're doing today on the other train.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Those I have to pay for and just pay an extra subsidy. It's not a problem, you know. In fact, I thought I got the price of coming on the railway very, very cheap. I paid £275, and that's for life. That's for life? Wow, okay, yeah. So I can chuff up and down here whenever I want. So if you just want a bit of relaxing time, just sit, meet some nice people. Chat to some nice people, you know, it's good.
So you gotta let me know, is there anywhere that is more traditionally English than this place? Hit me up in the comments, email me, let me know. I'd be well interested to come and find somewhere. Now, it's not over yet. I want to go and try and find that chimney and then also head to Top Withens, which is what Wuthering Heights was based on. So let's do that. But yeah, please do let me know if there's somewhere that would make a Japanese person happier than visiting Haworth. Right, and here we are. And my God, it is an absolute beast. It is a beauty. So yeah, we came looking for England's most English town, and it's got to be one of them. And what else made England so good? The Industrial Revolution. And what made the Industrial Revolution so good? Chimneys. And look at this one. Look at that. That is an absolute corker, isn't it? Look at the stonework, fancy top, right by the river as well. So that must have been the old mill down there. Very, very cool Haworth. Extra point for having a beautiful chimney, of course. And now we walk deep into the Yorkshire wilderness. Yeah, so somewhere deep in this crazy looking landscape, it really is crazy, is Top Withens, which is what is meant to be the inspiration for Wuthering Heights, or was the inspiration for Wuthering Heights. So hopefully we're going to come across lots of Bronte stuff. But yeah, just look at this rugged moorland that I'm walking across. It's barely a path, and all the heather, that unique brown heather that feels so part of Yorkshire. So yeah, Wuthering Heights. It's a really good book. It's a love story between Catherine Earnshaw, the woman of the moors, and the Byronic hero Heathcliff, the stranger, the person that shouldn't be here but is here. And yeah, it's honestly a well good book. There is one chapter that's written in like old Yorkshire dialect. I just skipped that, I couldn't get into that bit. But yeah, it was this rugged moorland that inspired this story. So over there, down that way, is Haworth, where we've come from, a couple of miles down that way. And that's where the Brontes grew up, went to school, lived. But it was this moorland where they played. Now it's a lovely day today, it's absolutely gorgeous. However, up here, and I come up here a lot because I do a lot of running, so I run around here, and sometimes if you get caught out in bad weather up here, there is nowhere to hide. It is absolutely brutal. So you can really see how it would have been so what's the word? So motivating to find yourselves in those conditions and then put pen to paper or quill to parchment, yeah, and jot down your adventures and turn them into some rather good books. My word as well, the English countryside is just stunning, isn't it? It is an unbelievably beautiful element to our country, and there are few places I'd rather be on a sunny day than out rambling in the Yorkshire hills. It's perfect. And something else that we're going to see loads of today, but you can see them here and you can see them over there in the distance, and I've called them this before, but the dry stone walls, the veins of the English countryside, they are so beautiful. Just look how they drape across the landscape. I absolutely love them. Look at these old railway sleepers as well, used as a bridge just to get across this little stream. But that is just ace. Something you see loads of up in the Yorkshire moors. So just flying the drone up then and looking at the trees and the shadows that they're leaving over there. It's absolutely crazy. And if you've read or watched any adaptations of Wuthering Heights, the kind of shadows and shapes that come to mind, they really are kind of signified through those trees. It's all so familiar, it really is. And the walls, the dry stone walls flying above them. God, if you want to have some fun, buy a drone and just go chase some walls with it. It's so much fun flying above and along them and just seeing where they go. Hey, all right? And I think you can see the gaff. You see it where that tree is. Maybe another mile. Oh. Look at the gaff. Appearing out of nowhere, surrounded by literally nothing. And this is said to be the inspiration for Wuthering Heights. Look at it. Are you alright? Nice day for it, eh? So up here at Top Withens, there is actually a plaque on the wall that says, "This farmhouse has been associated with Wuthering Heights. However, even when complete, this building bore no resemblance to the house that she described, but the situation may have been in her mind when she wrote about the moorland, so we'll go for it." That's enough for me. How awesome is this? What a place to finish the video today. Up at Top Withens, out in the middle of nowhere. God, look at that view. What a beautifully traditional English day. We've had telephone boxes, steam trains, cobbles, old-fashioned sweets. What else have we had? Authors, famous authors and their inspiration, and the beautiful English countryside. So yeah, please do let me know, what other places should I visit as I explore some of England's most traditionally English places. So sometimes I like to end a video with a poem, and I thought, let's do that, but then I thought, actually no, let's do one up. Let's do a dramatic performance, god damn it, this hair. Do a dramatic performance of Wuthering Heights. I'll be playing both the roles of Heathcliff and Nellie Dean, and it's the scene where she comes to tell him that Catherine, the love of Heathcliff's life's dead, and it's brilliant. As I said, I'll be playing both roles, and whilst it is a bit of a joke, I'm also taking it deadly seriously, as you will see. So please enjoy Wuthering Heights, performed at Wuthering Heights by the Wandering Turnip. She's dead. I haven't waited for me to learn that. Put away your handkerchief. She wants none of your tears. She lies in peace now, Heathcliff. May she wake as kindly in the next as she did in this world. May she wake in torment. Heathcliff, no! I pray one prayer and I repeat it until my tongue stiffens. Catherine Earnshaw, may you not rest as long as I am living. Heathcliff, don't. You said I killed you. Haunt me then. Take any form. I know that ghosts have wandered upon the earth. Drive me mad. Only do not leave me. I cannot live without my life. He's gone mad. I cannot live without my soul. Catherine!